Oh, hi. You're on mute.
Cool. Do you have music playing?
Yeah, can you hear it? Or no?
Turn it up a little bit. There, that's better. Why can't I move it over?
Tina.
Tina, we hope Tina can talk. It's not letting me move over my screen.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yay! We may see the side of my face the whole time, or maybe I just won't. Why? There we go. I'm gonna put my little plant in the background. Get in the picture, plant.
I'm not used to you sitting.
I'm not on mute though.
Be like about here. Hi, Cindy. Where'd your music go, Allison?
Can you not hear it anymore?
Like, it comes and goes.
Oh,
But you definitely, when we play our video, we'll need to turn it up. I saw you roll your eyes, Tina. You're on camera, just so you know.
Sorry, I was not rolling my eyes at the team meeting.
Yeah, I think you are.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't.
Allison wins the lipstick award.
me?
Yeah.
Wait, are we live? We're not even live yet.
Well, we're not live, but we're all on the Zoom. Like, people are starting to log in. We can still see your face.
Turn off my camera.
It's streaming live on Facebook.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah, that's what mine says.
I mean, we've only been doing this for 25 weeks now. Come on, people. Oh yeah, we're on Facebook. You're there, Tina. There we go. Got my lipstick on. Couple minutes, people. We'll wait for you all to log in.
I need lipstick
It's so quiet. The thoughts in my mind I don't like. Someone needs to talk.
Breathe, people. Breathe. Everybody. Just
May
everybody.
I get tomato basil bisque in a bowl as well
Ooh,
as
tomato
a
basil
chicken
bisque.
Caesar salad?
Max, I'll take a tomato basil bisque, Max.
You want one? I'm making a quick run.
No, it's okay. I did pack
And
my
even
lunch.
though I wasn't muted though, that's nice.
Yeah,
No, shoot.
yeah. I
If
don't.
you buy one, you got to share it with the whole class.
Max?
Yeah.
Yep, that's fine.
All
Got to figure out a way
righty.
to do that virtually.
Lunchtime. I don't know who's eating lunch while we listen. Hey, so we'll get started here. We have a lot to go over. It's going to be a really good meeting. So first of all, raise your hand if you sent kids off to school and or they're on school virtually. Raise your hand. Whoop, 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 whoop. Back to school. Some of us sent our kiddos to college. That's for a different group because we're going to probably be crying. So just saying. Some of us have kids still at home. I've heard that virtual is like way better than it was in March because our teachers, which, oh, by the way, we have a couple of teachers that are real estate agents. Many school districts have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on really having the teachers more involved than what they were in March when they were not prepared. So hopefully our Milwaukee district, or I know there's a lot of districts that are virtual, you now won't have to be the teacher and you'll actually have teacher presence. And then I know a bunch of us sent our kids off to school today. And then there's some like myself where my youngest daughter is not yet at school because they're doing staggered starts. So happy back to school. This is a perfect reason to call your clients and check in. For those that have clients that are teachers or whatever, it gives you a reason to call. So let's get this party rolling. We have a lot to go over. All righty, I'm ready. So we're gonna welcome, we have a new capper in the house. We're going to dive in a little bit to our September training calendar. We have some events to announce and then compliance updates from our amazing Cindy. So, all right, so just a quick reminder, Allison will put this in the chat, the link to our definition of a successful meeting. Please do us a huge favor along the way. It's only 3 questions. If you could fill those out. Let us know, right? Our greatest gift is to bring you value and something that you're going to implement today, as well as if you have suggestions on what you need. We'll talk about it again at the end of the meeting as well. All right, so we are going to welcome. I don't know if we have any of these people in the house. They were at their first orientation. So Catherine, a lot of us probably already know Catherine because she has been assisting the Baumgartners for quite a while. And she just activated her license, is going to be diving into sales. So Catherine, are you here to wave and say hello? I don't know if she is. Can't tell. Well, anyway, when you see her, welcome to her to the dark side, moving from admin to sales. We have Bella, who's a newly licensed agent. Certainly feel free, Bella. I know you weren't quite sure if you were going to be on here. Unmute yourself and welcome yourself if you'd like. Or Alex. We have Bella or Alex here. They literally just started today. So I don't know if they're here.
Alex is driving. I think he just pulled into the parking lot. So.
Okay. Well, anyway, Alex is going to be transaction coordinator on your team, right, Shelly?
Yeah, heck yeah. He actually started last week and he's already starting to process accepted offers. So, woo!
And they need it. All right. So, what do we have next? Oh, Leanna. So we want to officially welcome Leanna to KW Germantown or KW Prestige as the compliance broker. So Leanna, do you want to unmute yourself and just formally introduce yourself and share anything cool that we need to know about you?
Hello, Leanna Hoy. I don't have anything real cool, but I am excited to work with KW. I am excited to work with all the agents. I've been independent for the last 12 years. Before that, I was with Remax, and before that, I was with First Weber. So I have 18 years experience, and I'm looking forward to learning and working with everybody.
Awesome. Welcome. All right, so she'll be shadowing Cindy, spending a lot of time with her. So definitely you still have backup of Cindy, you guys. It's not like she's alone or you're alone. We're all here to help you. But now we've got a designated person in the Germantown office. So welcome. We're excited to have you.
If we had a ability to to create a compliance broker in a lab, we've got two of the best personalities and passionate people around the compliance world, the legal world that we could possibly have. So they actually like to wake up in the morning and learn about this stuff and do this stuff. So we're really blessed to have Leanna and Cindy as the dream team powerhouse. And now Cindy can have some help and support with the Germantown agents as they continue to grow. And they're just going to learn so much from each other. So super, super exciting stuff. Very exciting.
Awesome. All right, so what do we have up next? We have a capper in the house. Woohoo, feel free to unmute and cheer. Woo, woo, woo. This may be a record. I'm not really sure because we don't keep track. However, if you run into Sarah Pat, maybe she could buy you lunch because she's going to be keeping 100% of her commission until next, what did I say, July, like a really, really long time. So congratulations, Sarah. That's exciting. All right, so we're gonna give some more updates, trainings, and mega camps. So let's first dive into our market update. So a little factoid for you that you may not be aware of. Thank you, Allison. And oh, by the way, Allison tracks these numbers for us every week. We've been doing it since March 1st. So she pointed out to me today that our new listings at 696 is the highest that we've had since we started tracking. Isn't that amazing? So that's really, 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 really good news. I will tell you this is not the highest accepted offer or the highest sold. The last time we had the highest accepted offers was back on June 7th at 625. Our highest sold was back on July 26th, probably because it was all the accepted offers we put together on 6/7. Isn't that interesting? So our highest sold was back on July 26th at 675. Point is, that's our highest listing. So we like it, keep doing it, keep listing, get the people off the fence. Time to list. All right. So training, we have a lot to talk about here because your September calendar. Allison, when did you email this in case somebody needs to search their email?
I emailed it out to the office on Friday.
Friday. So Friday. And as a little side note, all of the Zoom links are always pinned at the top of our Facebook group. So in case you lose it, like I do, you can go there anytime. So I want to be really purposeful with this conversation. So there's a couple of things I wanted to highlight. So first off, we have our masterminds. So Scott's going to talk about operations mastermind, or somebody, or maybe we have a slide. We'll come up with that. So Wednesday the 9th, I'm leading the One Thing Mastermind. Come and join me if you have an issue with protecting your time, if you really need help with finding out the counterbalance in your life between your business. We have Budget Mastermind on the 23rd for those of you who really want to net more. You don't necessarily have to sell more to net more. We have then our Organizational Mastermind on the 30th for those that are looking to build a team. And a little bit, we're going to have a couple flyers here to show you, but I just want to point out our Tuesdays designed workshops were designed specifically for our newly licensed agents with the experienced agent in mind. So today, we changed our Tuesdays for after the team meeting to be up in the training room. Bring your computer, they're workshops. You're going to leave with something. So today they're going to lead with buyer presentations. Next week, I'm going to lead you guys through how to work in Google Drive and the one-spot resources and My KW, and you're going to save some things on your computer. We're going to talk about writing offers where you're going to actually write an offer coming up later in the month. And then on the 29th, I'm going to be leading Economic Model Mastermind, so you know exactly how many presentations you need to go on to list your buyers and list your sellers. And then we're going to follow up with a GPS or a goals, priorities, and strategies, our 135 business plan. So as you can see there, Allison is showing you our save the dates, separate flyers for what we're doing on Tuesdays now for our workshops. And then we have a bunch of people signed up for Ignite. A little note on Ignite, I don't know yet. The first session starts on Monday the 14th. The second session, which is on the 16th for you Igniters, which is Shannon, Haley, Jenny, Michael, Reed, Catherine, Katie, Christy, Brandy, Jazz, and Michael. We're going to move that 16th. So put that in your calendar. That's Mega Camp. We're going to move that one specific subject that Chris Ruskowitz is leading that you don't want to miss. We're going to move it to a different date. What else do I have on here? Whew, I'm exhausted. Daily Mojo. Okay, so our Daily Mojo, as I'm calling it now, at 9 a.m. Monday through Friday. If you are not showing up because you're afraid that you're going to have to show your face and talk, is anybody afraid that they're going to have to show their face and talk? You don't have to. So you come and let Cindy, you're showing your beautiful face. Don't raise your hand. So here's the deal. I encourage you, thank you, Alex. You can cover your face with your mask. Come and listen. This is your Daily Mojo. There have been times we've talked about FSBOs and mailers and Facebook ads and presenting multiple offers. We talk about what's needed, and this is to get your mindset right. So I encourage you to show up. We would love to have you there. We are going to do it whether we got one person or 25 people. We're going to keep on doing this daily for you guys. In less than a half hour, you're going to get your mojo on and be able to get into production. All right, that's a lot on our calendar. So buyer presentation, right after here, you're going to leave with a buyer presentation with Tina Reddick. And then we've got the economic, which we already talked about. So Real Producers taking place on Wednesday, September 2nd. Scott is going to be recognized, so we encourage you to go and support him. So that Eventbrite link will be in your team meeting recap. So feel free to join him in celebration. Mega Camp. Okay, so we're going to show you, Allison is going to show you a real quick video about Mega Camp. That's a really good explanation of how the virtual world is going to work.
I'm Keller Williams. It's Marlies, your KWR HQ correspondent here to walk you through the Mega Camp digital experience. Instead of traveling to Austin this year, you can attend Mega Camp from literally anywhere. There's no lines for coffee, and pants are optional. It's all possible through our amazing new platform. We keep saying it's not just a Zoom call, and I'm going to show you why. You already know some of the basics of how a digital conference will work. Getting familiar with the dashboard, setting up your profile, reviewing and creating your own agenda. But I'm personally the most excited about is going to be the networking opportunity. We know how important that is for any event, and it's still possible even when we're apart. Fill out this quick questionnaire to be instantly connected with like-minded individuals to add to your network. And you can always start again and switch up your answers to reach even more folks. You'll also be able to search for people by name to connect that way and interact with profiles you see in other areas of the conference, social feeds and breakout sessions. Like always, you'll be able to choose what sessions to attend and when, but you can go from observer to participant by mind sharing in the live chat, up and downloading questions and comments for the presenters, and keeping an eye out for any surprise guests popping in. And of course, if you miss anything live, you'll have access to the entire session video library during and after Mega Camp, so your training goes beyond this. There's so much more that's going to set Mega Camp apart from any other real estate conference this year. Tech demos, live coaching with your team every morning, getting competitive with games and prizes. But it's best if you see it all for yourself. And you won't even have to get off the couch. So join in on the fun September 14th through 17th and register for Mega Camp today.
Awesome. And so you guys, the breakout sessions are now in there. So a couple of things. Mega Camp, for anybody who is new and visiting, this is Keller Williams has 2 large conventions every year. This one normally takes place in Austin. Obviously, we're being virtual now. So here's the really exciting news. We already have 40 agents and staff members that are signed up. I don't know, guys. I think we can get that to 50 or 60. So the more we have, the more we're going to learn together. The first day is all Gary Keller. We will be streaming that in the training room, so feel free to come and join us, or feel free to take a space within our office if you want to be with a smaller group. We've got open section by focus title that you could go over there if you wanted to be with a small group. There's power when you listen together. And then the second day is you get to choose your breakouts. So Allison is showing right now just a little bit about what the breakouts are going to look like. Scott, did you have something to add? I saw you unmute yourself for a second.
No, all I said was, damn, when you said 40 people were going, because that's a lot.
Oh, okay. All righty then. So we encourage you to sign up for Mega Camp. It is only $119. This is what will take your business to the next level. The registration link will be in the team meeting recap. Go ahead, check it out and visit the lineup and what's going on. And then do not forget, afterwards, we will be having our masterminding together at Cleveland Pub on Tuesday and Wednesday, right after. We don't have a time for sure because we think it ends around 4, but either way, we're gonna head over there. We will also create a Zoom for those that don't want to come to that or can't come to that, so you guys can get together and immediately mastermind as well. We will also dedicate the team meeting for the next week, which would be whatever the Tuesday is after this week, for us to specifically bring you guys value as well. So we encourage you, and again, I want to emphasize, if the only reason that you're not signing up is because of the $119, please come and see me. And oh, by the way, did you guys all watch my video that I sent on Monday? Anybody? Anybody? Did anybody watch my video? Raise your hand. Say aye. Aye. Look at that. Yay. Okay, cool. I know Diana did, because I think she's going to probably get in for free. You can get in for free. Watch my video. We'll pay for you and a guest. We have 10 scholarships that we are giving away to you and a guest. So whatever I can do to help you with that, let me know. That's all I got for Mega Camp.
Can I just add to that, Kim, really quick? For the Facebook events, there are 2 of them, one for Tuesday, one for Wednesday. Please RSVP yes if you're gonna attend in person for that mastermind, so that we know how much food to order. There are 2, so please make sure you do that so that we can have the right amount of food.
Yeah, really important. Thank you. Fantastic. All right, Cindy. Bring it, girlfriend.
Okay, So today is September 1st. So I started with the good news first, right? No more FERPTA seller certification forms are needed because the offer to purchase was revised. And as of today, it's mandatory that we have to use the WB11, the new one, and WB14, which is the condo association or the condo offer to purchase. So as of today, you don't have to go back, and if you've written an offer yesterday with the old one, you don't have to go back and change it. If you do, we ran into this last year when the new offer came out. If you do have an agent, if you're a listing agent and an agent does submit an offer today or forward, and it's on the old offer, you can ask the seller. It's really up to the seller if they want to have them revise it. And my suggestion is you tell the seller to have whoever sends it to revise the offer. Because it's really important that we got the correct language in for FERPTA, because we are not going to be requiring the certification anymore. What's going to happen is that the title companies are going to do it at closing. I updated command. If you go into your opportunities, you'll see that now it's optional. I didn't take it out. I didn't delete the placeholder for the certifications, because you can still do it if you want, but we prefer not. We don't want you to do it because the social security numbers were causing issues, right? We don't want sellers' social security numbers in our systems because we don't want to get hacked and have it stolen. We don't want that liability. So I still have it as a placeholder, but it's completely optional. And then you can put it in your files at the time of closing when the seller does sign it, or they're going to pre-sign. Most of the sellers are pre-signing. So that is my excellent news for the day. Yay.
Yay.
Thanks, Kim. Again, just a reminder, the new offers, WB11 was revised. Even though it was new last year, they revised it. So again, take a look at the WRA videos if you want to look them over, or guess what, just read the offer. That's the best way to learn. The condo WB14, next slide, was most revised. So that's brand new, and it added the FERPTA language. So again, read it. Everything is updated in zip forms and Google Drive, and the templates in zip forms. They still might have the old offer in there, but that's something that WRA takes care of. We can't delete it out of our zip forms, but I believe WRA will take it out. So just when you go in, just read the upper line of the offers. Make sure it's the mandatory use date, September 1st, 2020. Make sure you're using the right offers. Okay, so next topic, and I want to maybe have a discussion on this. So if you guys feel okay to unmute yourself and talk about this. MLS sent this out last week. It was an email saying that they've gotten some calls that some listing agents are amending the listing contract after an accepted offer. And what they're doing is that they're raising the price. After an accepted offer, they're asking the seller to sign an amendment to raise the price, and they're changing it in MLS. I never heard of that before until I just saw this. And I know Danielle posted this on Facebook. And I just want to know if you guys, first of all, make sure you got the email to read this. That's why I printed it out. And second of all, do you guys have any comments on this? Why do they do that? What's the reason? Why can't we? Anyone have any more information about it? Chris Ruskowitz, do you want to maybe?
Well, I don't. It's happened right now. I have an accepted offer with my buyers on a property, and within 10 minutes of the listing agent changing it to active with offer, he increased the listing price by $15,000. I don't know why. I'm not going to ask him now because it's a bit of a contentious negotiation process. So I don't ever want to do anything, first of all, to rock the boat that could hurt my buyer's position. I'll ask him after it's closed because I'd like to know his explanation, because for the life of me, I can't, other than for maybe an appraisal ploy that the list price is higher than the, slightly higher, I don't know. From a statistics standpoint, you're shooting yourself in the foot because now your list to sale ratio is off. So I'd love to hear if anybody has a valid reason as to why somebody would actually even do this. And like I said, I was quite shocked when I saw it. He actually even sent it out through showing time to everybody that had shown the property, a price increase after it had an accepted offer on it. So other than appraisal, and I see Lisa, it's my guess too as well, what other reason, if anybody has an idea, and isn't that really trying to manipulate the numbers? And I think it's very unethical.
Yeah, it is too. And and I never ran into this before, so I'd be interested to see if anybody else has.
Chris, I have a question on your scenario. Was in your situation, because I'm assuming your buyer has accepted offer, was it because they had multiple offers and your price was over?
Correct.
Above?
Correct.
So it is trying to do it by appraisal.
But then that's got to be, and no, Shelley, the accepted offer price is actually different than the price increase. It's not even the exact same price. The accepted offer price is actually a little bit below what they increased the price to. So it's got to be for appraisal purposes, but then I see that as being very unethical and pretty stupid because the appraisers have full access to MLS. Aren't they looking at the history?
They
yeah,
do.
but they may not look. I think the appraisal is the only reason they do it. It's that simple.
I have a lot home package that I'm working on right now, and the buyers changed the plans a little bit, so it's going to up the price of the overall package, and that list agent went in and changed it.
So I am familiar with why this came out, because somebody actually from another brokerage came to me regarding this. So the purpose was she got the seller to sign the listing contract to say, if something falls apart on this, we're going back out on a higher price point, but essentially to show for the appraiser to look at it at the higher point, because they all don't go back and look at the history. When this happened, they got into a MLS, called them out on it right away, and that's why there's this all call, like, no, agents, you can't do this. Even if your seller tells you to, you need to tell your seller what's ethical. So it's a twofold. If it goes back out on the market and and it does not have an accepted offer and you want to raise it, that's different than when it's already under contract. That's a no-go.
And I understand on the new construction thing, because you really are now correcting the price to show upgrades that weren't included in the original price. I see that as a very different scenario than the one I have. There's no other than appraiser, to try and manipulate the appraisal. There's nothing, they didn't include, $15,000 worth of anything that would substantiate that big of a price increase or any price increase.
Okay. Good. So that was a great discussion. So we're all in agreement not to raise the price after we get an accepted offer? Awesome. And I don't think it was any of Keller Williams agents, so that's good.
No.
Okay. Can you go back to the slide so I can remember what I'm talking about? Okay, so if anybody needs the reason, wants to read the reason, or if their seller asks them to raise the price, keep this. Everybody got emailed this from MLS, so keep that so you can explain it. It's exaggerating the market and misrepresenting the market, the actual market value. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about that has come up is, and I know we really actually haven't talked about this in a long time. I don't think I've ever talked about this, to tell you the truth. It's since I've been in compliance. But it's getting pretty bad out there with a lot of robocalls and sales calls and stuff, right? So we as salespeople, we're considered telemarketers, right? So there are two, and I had to read about this because I didn't even really know the reason or the rules on this. I knew that I could register my phone, right, my cell phone on the do not call list so that people don't call me. Well, that doesn't really work because they still call. But you can, as long as your phone's on the list, you can call and turn them in if someone keeps calling. The opposite end of this is we as salespeople, we actually have to register our phone number if we want a cold call. So anybody who's cold calling, any agent who is gonna just cold call for sale by owners, expired listings, you're opening the phone book and you're just picking out numbers and you're just gonna call and say, hey, use me as a realtor. We need you guys to investigate and read on these rules. There's a lot of rules about this. There's two different registrations. There's a state registration and then there's the federal registration. You have to do both. You have to do federal first in order to get your number registered for Wisconsin in order to be able to make cold calls. You also, once you register, that's the only way you're ever going to be able to get the do not call list. You can't just go online and say, okay, well, that's fine. I'm just going to get the do not call list and see which numbers are on there and then I won't call that number. You can't do that. They won't give you out that do not call list unless you're registered. So anybody that's going to do cold calling, either I got the links in here, read up on it or call me and let's sit down and talk about it and make sure we're doing this legally. There are huge fines. And I don't even know what, I mean, they're in the thousands of dollars for fines. If you call a number and that number is on the do not call list and that person calls the state or the federal. So Abby says they've been told it was $10,000. That's probably right, and it's probably more. So we can have a discussion on this too, but it's just a lot of knowledge. I did talk with a couple of agents that do cold calling that I know, and they actually are, they hired a firm that actually they pay this firm to actually check the numbers. So that's awesome. You can do that. You'll have to pay for it, but for that service, but you should still always double check the numbers too. So again, anyone interested in it, let's sit down and talk about it. Anyone have questions right now? There is a fee to be registered. It depends on, it's a $700 fee per year. Registration goes from November of, let's just say November of this year to the following December. I can't remember what it is. And you have to register every year. And then you get charged how many numbers you have. Leanna's asking if there's a federal fee too. That was the Wisconsin fee. I didn't get in too much involved with the federal registration yet.
We'll be sure to put all the links in the team meeting recap, you guys.
Yeah, I got the links. There's a WRA. I have the WRA no call. There's a great, they do a lot on this. National Association of Realtors also, because federal. So if you're going to do cold calling, definitely read up on it. If you're not, then I just, wasted my 5 minutes talking about it. So that's all right. And I think that's, I saved the best for last. GMAR dues, you're going to be getting an invoice in the mail. If you don't get the invoice at your house, check your work mailbox at the office, because I know we do get a lot of agents that are getting their mail dropped off here at our office. So make sure they usually come in maybe mid-September, probably tomorrow. You'll get it in the mail. If you pay your dues by October 31st, you get to deduct $25. So I say we all do that. If you pay it on time, you get to pay your invoice on time. And if you pay after December 1st, you get to add $50 to the invoice. If you pay after January 1st, you get to add $225 because what they're considering is that you're a new member. So definitely pay it by the end of the year, right? If you need to, but my suggestion is pay it by October 31st because we can save some money. This is an even number of years, so we also have to do continuing education, and we also have to renew our Wisconsin license. So it's two different things. GMAR dues is one thing that goes right to GMAR, and that pays for Wisconsin Realtors Association and National Realtors Association. And then by December 14th, you have to renew your Wisconsin license. I got the link in there. You have to email me the paid receipt because we need to know that you guys have all renewed. If you do not renew by the 14th, you cannot get paid and you can't practice real estate. So I know I sent out an email. I don't want to keep sending out emails to remind you guys. So I might just keep this slide in there every week just to remind you that do your continuing education and then pay. And I think that's it. I think I ended with the best stuff.
This does go for people that have joined us this month. So,
yes.
And last month. So yes. I know he's really good at explaining this for new licensed agents, but you are also going to get your board renewal and continuing ed, because anyone that joins before October 1st of this year is included in this group for these dues. So just a reminder of that.
Yeah, and that's frustrating, right? If you just like all the agents, new agents that just got their license in August and September, you have to do continuing education again. It's easy. You do it online, WRA. That's where you probably got your education anyway.
You'll just be the most educated. It's good.
Yeah, it's, you know what, it's worth it. And don't just play the videos and go do other things. Actually watch them because they update it every year, you know, and there's new stuff coming out every year. So it is pretty informative. That's it.
Wow.
Is that
awesome.
it?
Good updates. I can't wait to start my continuing ed. Cool.
Who's all done their continuing education? When I told you to do it while we were in shutdown.
Yeah. No, there's a reason I'm not the compliance broker. Scott and I will be getting together on the 13th. Right, Scott? You don't have yours done yet, do you?
I had mine done January 2nd of 2019.
You're a liar.
Like, what I look forward to most in my life is continuing education.
Liar.
Liar.
All right, what do we got next? Ooh, it's your turn, Scott.
All right, perfect. I don't need, I want to emphasize how important and how cool it's going to be tomorrow during our operations and systems mastermind. And I sent out an email today. Ooh, it's copied. Thank you, Allison. That is so beautiful. I was trying to like frantically find it as I was talking. And so what we've come to realize and what we want to do is we want to provide an environment here that people can just plug and play and they can run things systematically and run things like a business, because you don't always have to leverage people. The first step of leverage is systems and checklists, and then you can leverage a model and technology. And so we want to show you a way of leveraging technology and leveraging a system to make your life a lot easier. And I know as busy agents and busy operations people that we're running around 1,000 miles a minute, we never want to take the time to sit down, plan out what a system looks like, starting from the second you get the lead, all the way from the time that you close and what you do after closing. And the beauty of this is it can all be done in command, and it can all be done so you don't have to think about it. You just do the same thing every time. And what we're here to do tomorrow is just say, here it is. Like, here's our system. We've sold over 1,600 houses. We've learned a lot of what to do and more importantly, what not to do. And if you haven't thought of something, you haven't built something, you want it, just show up and we're going to give it to you. And we're also going to take some ideas from the other top agents and teams or anyone that's on there to just really get this fine tuned. And so I'm super pumped for it because I know the power of what systems can do. And if you can, like I said, create get every lead and have a systematic follow-up, you're going to convert more leads. If you can provide a level 10 client experience during the transaction, you're going to get a review and a referral. Like, this is something that makes everything else easier and unnecessary. And so just really want to get as many people there and want to just give that gift of time so you don't have to do it. If you go in the one spot for resources right now, there's like 18 options. You can piecemeal together things here and there, but that's going to take hours and hours and hours. So just come, bring some popcorn, get excited as me if you can, because this is really something that's going to help between the client event systems, between these systems. We're just here to make your life easier. So
and Scott, we are going to be recording it. So Cody, this made me think of you. I can see she's on the phone. I'm thinking she's closing a deal. We'll record it and make sure to share it because I know there were a number of agents that emailed me and were sad that they couldn't make it.
I will say we're not going to record it. However, we really are because we want as many people there as possible. Yeah. So
I mean, the more we get there, obviously, the more we can share and find out what people need. The beauty is in the number, right? You guys, the more you share, the more you show up. It's like everything we do. However, we can also appreciate if we need to record it for those that need it. You'll have to pay a fee for the recording. How about that? You could donate to KW Cares for the hurricanes.
Nice. So yeah, we're just excited for tomorrow. And let me know if you have questions or if you have a great system, things that you want to share. Like, there's literally no wrong answer or nothing bad to say. We just want to walk away with something that's like done. We can fine tune it after the fact, but at least we're here. And how cool is it we now have someone or something, the technology telling us every day, this is what you have to do. If you get 4, 5, 8, 10, 20 deals at the same time, this is the way to systematically manage it so you're not waking up at 2 a.m. sweating because you forgot something and now a contingency is out of line or you dropped the ball on a follow-up. So that's all I got.
Cool. Thank you. Sometimes I wake up at 2 a.m. sweating for other reasons, but it's because I'm closer to 50 than 40, but that's personal. Anyway, hey guys, I just wanted to make sure you were listening. Tina, it's time for you to take the floor. Can we hear you today?
I hope so. Can you hear me?
You're on.
Okay. Hey, everyone. So last week for our workshop, we had MLS come in and do a training, which was mind-blowing from, I think, obviously a new agent perspective, but even like an old gal like me who's been in MLS for a long time, I was really excited because I learned some new tricks. And so I thought I was going to share one of them with everybody here. And it's very simple and easy, but I had no idea you could do this. So afterwards, I'd like to know who knew this because maybe I'm the only one who didn't. So okay, I'm going to share my screen. Okay, hopefully I do this right. Okay, can you see my MLS screen?
Oh yeah.
Okay, awesome. So, I thought it, seriously? Like.
Oh no, did you change your password today?
Like, was it gonna make me change my password? That'd be the worst. Okay, so for those of us who are so sad, because I was yelling at the MLS, Jared, about how full search was going away, right? And that is horrible and life-changing and all of those things. So he did show us some cool tips about quick search, but I'm not going to get into them because I'm still disgruntled about it. But did you know that this bar up here, this little bar here, you can do a search in here. So if you wanted to do like a 3-bedroom, you would do 3-bed, 1.5 bath. Okay. And you could do it for, let's see, $250K to $300K. Okay. And you could do it in Greendale, Greenfield, and you can literally then just go to a new tab. Ta-ta-da-da! No. Yes. Yes, here it comes.
Okay. Okay, come on, everybody. I did not know that.
Right?
My mind is blown.
Seriously.
Okay. So how awesome is that, right? That you can search, like pull up a quick search right here, and you can pull up everything you want right from here, which I thought was amazing. The other thing that I have run across too is sometimes when you're searching in this bar, it doesn't come up with the name of, like if you're looking for New Berlin, it won't always pull up New Berlin. But if you put it in quotes, if you're having a trouble with it pulling up a specific town, if you put quotes around it, then it should pull it up. So is that as mind-blowing to me as everybody else? Yay! Did anyone else know that? Nobody knew that? Awesome. So oh, all right, Melissa. Well, that's good. It was a completely useless tip. So.
Tina, can I ask you something? Why are they getting rid of the full search? Because I agree, I love that aspect, but I'm wondering why.
Because they're just rude. No, it's something to do like with, he said with like the app and MLS, and like we were the only people who still used it, and they actually don't develop that software. So then they had to continue to pay for it and make changes to it, and it just wasn't worth it anymore, I guess.
Well, in its technology, it always changes, right? I've got an archaic phone that has this button and my whole family doesn't. And I'm angry and I don't want to switch because their iPhones no longer have a button.
Oh my gosh. My kids are like, oh my gosh, my friend has a button on his iPhone.
Yeah, like it's from 1980 or something. Technology.
Packard has a button too.
Yay! Yay for buttons. Yay.
Yeah.
Embrace.
Yes. Okay. So that's my tip. I don't know how to not share. Oh, I'm going to stop sharing now. Okay. That's it.
That was amazing. I don't know. I learned something new.
Yeah. Super fun.
Cool. I think you're doing coming soons now.
Okay. What's next?
And coming soons and buyer needs.
Okay. So this is when we will open it up to,
my
career night. Yes. My career night, Monday, September 14th. Invite your friends, if you know anybody who's looking to get into real estate, this is a great place for them to start, just to hear about the industry, talk to some of the top agents. We're gonna have a really good panel this time again. We're putting it together. So I'll be sending this out in an email as well. But if you know anybody who's looking to get into real estate and they're not licensed yet, this is a great place for them to start and learn more about what it takes to build a successful career in real estate. Invite your friends. And coming soon and buyer needs. So we'll open it up. Anybody have
coming soon? I have a coming soon in the 53220. It's Milwaukee, borderline Greenfield. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. Needs some outside work, roofing and siding and stuff, but a really cute little house in a really cute little neighborhood. Coming soon, probably next week. They're just getting carpeting installed. In the 160,000 price range.
Ooh, that'll be gone fast.
Cash, you guys, cash. Just open up your little piggy bank.
I have a coming soon in the next 2 or 3 weeks. The backyard butts up with Timmerman Field. 3 beds, 1.5 baths, 160-ish range.
Anyone else?
I have a buyer need. Anything from Port Washington to Shorewood, west to like Burtis maybe, under 150 is open to anything.
Cody?
I have a desperate buyer need. We were under contract, ready to close on Friday. They sell their home on Friday as well, so they will be homeless. Anything from Burlington, Waterford, Elkhorn, even Rochester. Ideally 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. 3 would be fine if it had an office. Up to 350, like yesterday.
Cody, email me those specs. I'll connect you with somebody who does business over there.
Yeah, or even if anyone has a short-term rental, because they will be homeless. So, not a good spot to be in right now.
We've got.
Anyone else?
I've got a couple of them, couple listings coming. I've got 2 listings coming. They will be, actually I'm going on a listing appointment for a friend tonight. Maguanago 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, nicely updated in the probably 230 range. And then I also am working on, just after Labor Day, a tri-level in Muskego. Haven't priced it out, haven't went with them. It's a referral. I know I'll have the listing, but it will be coming in the next 2 weeks as well. But Muskego, I haven't ran comps or done anything on the price point of it yet.
Okay. Anybody else with buyer needs?
Yeah, I need a house in Greendale or New Berlin or Whitnall schools up to 325 and not in need of 100% overhaul. Some work is fine, but looking for something that at least has a couple things done.
I have one coming up in Greendale for you. I didn't want to mention it because it might not be for 2 or 3 weeks yet, but just connect with me on the side.
I have a need for up to 650 newer construction, 4+ bedrooms, 3+ baths, half an acre plus. And did I say Jackson and West Bend?
Okay. Awesome. All right, anybody else?
I have a buyer need, Thiensville ideally, or in that neck of the woods, up to 300, 3-bed, 1.5 bath, preferably 2. Same as everyone else, updated, looks like it was a Pinterest photo, you know, that whole thing.
New requirement for your buyers, tell them to not go on Pinterest.
I know.
As your college students, because they think that their college dorm should look like Pinterest.
Yeah. Cinder block walls are really in right now.
I mean, seriously, I had milk crates, come on. And the plastic ones, not the whitewashed ones.
Not the fancy ones?
Not the fancy whitewash. I'm talking real milk crates. Like they might have still had milk in them that I took from the grocery store.
Awesome. Okay, thanks guys.
Anything else? Oh, by the way, Allison, we're gonna put it back in the comments. I also put it on our Facebook Live. If you guys could do us a huge favor and take exactly 3 seconds. Do you see that little link in the comments? Just copy paste that into your web browser or go on the Facebook Live and please fill out our 3-question survey. We want to know what you took away, how we did, what we can do better, because it's about you and bringing you value. Anything else for the good of the cause? Are we all good? All right. If you want to learn how you want to leave with your buyer presentation, grab your computer, go up to the training room, give us time to get a little drink. We will be starting sharply at 1:15 with Tina Reddick. Otherwise, get on up there, get in your safe space, put your mask on, and oh, by the way, come to the office. You can get your free, look at this, free realtor mask. free. Everybody, free. All right. Have an amazing week. Bye.